Welcome to this Trend Guards Explainer. As always, accuracy is our highest priority, so we're giving you a verified, hype-free briefing on what's really happening in global tech. Today, we're looking at a confirmed, massive capital injection that's literally reshaping the AI industry. Look, China isn't just racing to build the best chatbot anymore. They are funding an entire ecosystem. We're going to look closely at Alibaba's multi-billion-dollar bet on AI infrastructure. Relying purely on verified reporting and official data, we'll break down exactly what happened, how we know, and why it absolutely matters to the global market. Let's dive right in.
So, according to official placement documents and backed up by reports from investing.com and Morningstar, Alibaba just announced an 80 billion Hong Kong dollars share placement. To put that into perspective, that's roughly 10.2 billion US dollars. But you know what's really interesting here isn't just the sheer size of that number, it's the strict allocation of the funds. 100% of the net proceeds from this are earmarked entirely for their AI capabilities, specifically expanding their physical AI infrastructure.
Morningstar is reporting a highly accelerated timeline for this capital raise. The initial announcement hit on a Sunday. Pricing was officially announced on August 23, 2026, and the whole transaction is expected to close by August 26, subject to the usual closing conditions. Now, moving a $10.2 billion raise from announcement to close in under a week, that's an incredibly rapid pace. It signals some really strong institutional demand and shows us that Alibaba is ready to deploy this capital immediately straight into compute and data centers.
And honestly, this just highlights the sheer scale of their ambition. This new 10.2 billion goes directly to the physical layer of AI. But it's absolutely vital to remember this is supplementing an already massive pre-existing infrastructure commitment. Investing.com reports that Alibaba already has a multi-year commitment of around 380 billion RMB. That's between 53 and 56 billion US dollars. Over 3 years, all dedicated to building out AI and cloud infrastructure. So this new placement, it's essentially fresh fuel poured directly onto that established strategy.
To really grasp what's happening, we have to understand this definition. A full-stack AI strategy is a vertically integrated approach. Basically, it means a single company completely owns and controls the computing infrastructure, the custom silicon chips, the cloud delivery services, and the proprietary AI models running on top of it. The whole point of a full-stack strategy is to capture value at literally every single level of the AI supply chain. So instead of buying chips from one company and renting cloud space from another, Alibaba is building an empire where they control the whole shebang. And we can actually see Alibaba's stack broken down into 4 distinct verified layers. Layer 1 is silicon, using their in-house T-head custom chips. Layer 2 is the cloud, utilizing Alibaba Cloud Services. Layer 3 is models, powered by their Qwen OpenWave family. And finally, Layer 4 is applications. This is where consumer deployment happens through massive platforms like Taobao, DingTalk, and even Apple devices in China. Think about it. When a company owns all 4 layers, they capture the economics at every single step. You train a model, you rent their chips, you deploy it, use their cloud. Consumers interact, they use their apps. It's a closed loop.
Let's look at the confirmed specs at the model layer. Qwen 3.8 Max has scaled up to a massive 2.4 trillion parameters, and it features a 1 million token context window. But perhaps the most crucial detail here? It's distributed as open weight. By essentially giving the model away for free, Alibaba is driving immense developer adoption all over the world. And in the current AI economy, developer adoption is a major competitive moat. Every single download of Qwen is a potential future customer for Alibaba's cloud and chip services.
And here's where those models actually meet real-world application. According to Yahoo Finance, Qwen's latest update is officially powering AI features on Apple devices in the Chinese market. So why does this matter so much? Well, it acts as a massive real-world proof point. It proves that Alibaba's underlying in-house T-head silicon can reliably serve frontier state-of-the-art models at a true consumer scale. If their own chips couldn't handle the heavy lifting, a deployment of this size simply wouldn't be happening.
Geopolitically, this perfectly illustrates the emergence of 2 distinctly parallel supply chains. On one side, we have the US AI stack, currently leading the way in closed models. They rely on NVIDIA for silicon, OpenAI for models, and AWS or Azure for cloud delivery. But on the flip side, we're seeing a vertically integrated Chinese AI stack. This one uses T-head and Huawei for silicon, Qwen for models, and Alibaba Cloud for delivery. This integrated approach is systematically designed to reduce dependency on foreign hardware and, effectively, bypass US export controls.
The growth numbers here are actually pretty striking. Startup Fortune reports that Alibaba Cloud just posted a 45% revenue growth in Q2 of 2026. To put that into perspective for you, that is their fastest expansion in 22 quarters. It's a clear signal that for Alibaba, AI infrastructure isn't just some massive cost center. It's actively accelerating their monetization and acting as the primary growth engine for their entire cloud division.
And this cloud expansion is contributing to a broader financial stability across the whole organization. Total group revenue for Alibaba exceeded $39.6 billion for that exact same quarter. This really proves that the company has the foundational capital and the overall financial health required to confidently drop a $10.2 billion targeted placement into hard infrastructure without putting their core operations at risk.
Plus, we have a very specific timeline for the return on investment. CEO Eddie Wu publicly committed to investors, stating, and I quote, "The AI capex will pay back within 3 years." What's really fascinating here is the contrast. While so many people in the industry are debating whether these massive AI capital expenditures will ever actually become profitable, Alibaba's management is confidently slapping a strict, measurable, 3-year payback window on their infrastructure build-out.
Here is how different sectors should be processing these verified facts. For builders, the strategy is clear. Leverage Qwen's highly subsidized open weights for your long context and self-hosted workloads. For investors, your mandate is to closely monitor the sustainability of that 45% cloud growth and hold management accountable to that strict 3-year payback target. For enterprises, it's all about evaluating the immense cost savings a vertically integrated full stack can offer, but weighing that carefully against your compliance and geopolitical risk exposure. And for policymakers, it's absolutely crucial to track the maturity of the T-head chip layer because it serves as a direct metric for how effective current export controls actually are.
As this Trend Guards explainer comes to a close, I want to leave you with a critical question to chew on. With Alibaba controlling the chips, the cloud, the models, and the applications, is full-stack integration the ultimate competitive moat that guarantees victory in the AI race? Or does building at this massive scale present a severe overcapacity risk if adoption eventually slows down? Take a look at the data we've covered today and let us know your objective analysis down in the comments. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and stay tuned for more verified, hype-free tech analysis.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.